Whoa, 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 once three sisters singing sweet harmony. Now two are here, still planting good seed. Jackie and Gail, yeah, they're walking in light, sharing their stories, keeping hearts bright, talking about life and faith and real love, sending out hope from the one above. When they speak, you can feel what's true, 'cause they've lived it all, and they'll walk with you. Jackie and Gail, just love, just real. Two voices of grace that help you heal.
Hey, 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 welcome back to Raw, Restoring Awesome Warriors. I'm your host, Jackie H, and I have here sitting beside me, well, she's not beside me, but it's Gail Barron, the judge. Gail, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm
Oh,
good. And I'm
good.
excited.
Excited. I am too.
Yeah.
This is our Monday special. We going all the way down to Atlanta, Georgia for a special treat. Um, been knowing this young man for quite a while. Um, and we're getting a chance to sit down and just talk with him tonight and just glean and gather what all we can from the master. What do you want to read his bio, or we just going to just talk to him once he get on? We're gonna bring him on, right?
Yeah, let's ask him.
Let's
Let's
ask
ask
him.
let's
Okay,
ask him.
family, friends, we welcome to the stage. We have none other than our second cousin, Steve Culver. Steve, how you doing today,
I'm
sir?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you guys doing?
You doing well.
We doing well. We finally locked you down, so we got you now. So ain't nowhere you can go.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, appreciate it. Um,
Look at all the gray.
We call that powder now. So you won't sweat a lot, so you can put powder on it.
Okay.
I'm just
I,
kidding.
I thought it was wisdom.
I have learned to embrace it. I thought
Good.
about dyeing it, and people say don't dye it, it's
No.
wear it. So
Don't diet.
yeah.
Looking good. Looking good. How's the weather down there
The
in Georgia?
weather is it's starting to get a little cool in the night, but then the day has been kind of beautiful, sunny, nice little fall weather.
Okay.
So nice
So it's
little
about the
bomber
same.
jacket. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's about the same up here
Yeah.
so far. But Steve, let me see where I'm gonna start. Okay, so we come from a family of uh, love, come from a family of togetherness. Um,
Absolutely.
your dad and me and Gail is first cousins, so we are
Yes.
two sisters' children, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
And I'm going back a little time because you always was in Georgia and we always in Philadelphia. So only
Mhm.
time we got to see each other is when we came down during the summer. We couldn't wait to get off the school to come south. And those
Absolutely.
were some very memorable days, Gil, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
couldn't wait to get down south for the just seeing our cousins. So and you're one of the homes that we always came
Yes.
to and had just fun.
Yes. And we look
So,
forward to it every single time.
yeah. The
I
only
mean,
thing about it, Steve, I'm gonna bring up something that Gil gonna probably hit me, but after we did the visit and came back home, that Sunday in church was testimony.
okay.
Our whole testimony service about our vacation down south.
Okay.
So as a kid, after you done had all that fun, now we got to come back and hear a whole hour of all the cooking, all the hospitality, but it was worth it. So I
Yes,
just let you know that's what happened after we got back.
I agree
So
with that.
you're a family of two sisters
Mm-hmm.
and you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start off with something probably painful or just to get it out the way for me.
Okay.
Uh, we both, me and Gail, both had lost both our parents, and I know during the time that you lost our dear cousin, we used to call her auntie. So at that time, I, when you're older and you're our cousin, we don't say cousin. Everybody was uncle or auntie to
That's
us,
it. That's it.
and that was one of the homes that we came to. We knew we
Mhm.
was gonna get a meal. Yo, even after we got grown and we brought our whole group down, our singing group, and
Yes.
the hospitality and all that you all did, I would never forget it.
Yes.
Yes.
How my question is, this was during the time that we had a rough period in the COVID, where I guess during that time, how are you
Mhm.
with it? How are you dealing? How are you holding up in it now?
Um, it's just a day by day process. I will say, um, even to this day, 5 years ago, which seems like 5 days ago,
Now, what
and
year was it?
hmm,
What year was it?
2020.
2020. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. It was 2020, and I I have been just day by day, just praying for answers. Still, it's amazing how 5 years later you still pray for answers. Although that trust has built back up, but I lost all trust with anything that I believed in.
Listen,
If I could be raw and real, and the same with my sisters as well. And so we didn't understand. Um, just didn't understand. And so now we just coming to a point to living life in a sense of knowing that we do still have a purpose here, you know, um, and just through the relationships when we talk to other people, when they say, like you guys are saying, how are you doing? And to be able to get that strength from other people as well. So it's easier now.
yeah.
I will say that it's easier, and I dream about her sometimes, and Sheila and Chris go, at least you dream about her and you see her, and I at least want to see her at least one more time, and so I just share the stories with them. So but yeah,
Gail you went through the probably the similar thing. That's how she felt after my dad.
yes.
So, did you go to grieving class or you just worked it out on your own?
So that's an interesting question because most people who I guess are maybe start grieving, um, right after it happens. Maybe they, get into some type of therapy right then, or just, talk to someone. But I think I went through 3 years before I even went to individual therapy. It was the first time ever after 3 years. And so I said, maybe it'd be a good idea to talk to someone to kind of see, how do I cope with, the one, how do I cope with being away from the one who taught me what love was or what love is, and the one who, taught us just the way to just love people and to just make the world a better place basically, and so I after 3 years I eventually went. As a matter of fact, I had received books and gifts from people on like grieving after mother's death. I mean, grieving after mother's loss of a mother, and I still didn't even pick it up for like 2 or 3 years, and then now I'm just now getting into maybe opening up and talking. Maybe that's I don't know, a man thing or whatever. But yeah.
No, I don't. What you think? I don't think it's a man thing
Okay.
because
No.
I went through the same thing. I waited. But first of all, I didn't know that I needed to go to grief class,
Right.
and I I I thought because, and I think this maybe resonate with a lot of people because as a Christian, this is what I felt. It's
Yes.
not that I felt it, but this is what I was told. You don't grieve like the world. And Steve, it took me 2 years after my mother passed before I even cried
Wow.
because of that statement.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that was bottled up inside because I'm trying to be strong. So I talk to people now like, let it out. It
Yes.
doesn't mean you're lesser Christian, you're lesser. You don't know somebody all your life, and like you say, done taught us love, done brought us through,
Mm-hmm.
and told us about God and whatever. And then you tell me I'm not supposed to feel it.
Right. Right.
So I get it. So I wanted to start off with the hard part first. We got a lot of good things to talk about, but
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was one of the
Yeah.
things that I didn't know at the time that I
Right.
needed the class, and
Right.
it helped me so much
Right.
um, to deal with and understand that, like you said, we still have a purpose on this earth to keep on going.
Mhm.
So this is
Absolutely.
one of the things that we're doing. We're talking to people. This is in my mother honor. This is in my dad's honor. And even I lost my husband at the in 21 in
Right.
the same thing. What
Right.
would they want me to continue to do?
Right.
So it gave me purpose and it helped you. Like you say, it gets better. It's not one day that I don't go past because we still have the home. So when we walk in the home, her presence is still there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's kind of, Gail, you could speak to this because Gail was a daddy's girl.
Okay.
And I say that because I felt for my dad,
Yes.
but it was nothing like my mom.
Right. I got
So
you.
so yeah, what you think about what I just said?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I love my mom, but my dad was my buddy. And
Mm-hmm.
so that one, losing him, it just took a lot out of me and my belief.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to hear anything after that because um I my dad was, for me, was a good man. He loved God, he loved his
Mm-hmm.
family,
Mm-hmm.
and he never changed. And for him to not be healed, I didn't understand that.
Right. Right. Same here. Yeah, that was part of the confusion too, as the prayer warriors that we are surrounded around, and even ourselves knowing how to pray. And you're right. I didn't know how to understand mom not coming out of that. Not to change the your story, but yes, I understand where you're coming from.
Okay. Well, we're gonna move on. We done got our grief. This was our grief class together. Okay.
Much needed. Much needed.
Yeah. You say that you are a teacher of children with disability.
Yes.
How did you get into that? What was that? I know it got to be from a heart posture of caring. So tell me about that. How you get into doing
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. And interestingly, my mom had a lot to do with this. So I was after I graduated from high school, I went to college, Savannah State University, and after you finish the, let's say, first year of college, and then you come back home for the summer. So I always look for like a summer job. I looked for a summer job, something easy where I can make money and just relax because I've been in school all year. And so that very first year, my mom said, "Hey, I found a job for you where it's a camp and you just go swimming and you just go to the movies and you're good with kids." And I'm like, "Yeah, I can get paid doing that." And so I came back home for the summer. I did the interview with the director, and I did not know that it was an entire camp of disabilities. I had no idea. So that was my first encounter with children with autism, children who are moderately intellectual disabled, um, just, emotional behavior disorders. And so I was like, what have I got myself into? But we were going swimming and we were going to the park, but it was a different type of going swimming and going to the park. It wasn't you could just have fun and be loose, because these kids could drown if you let them. These kids could run off, they could run into the street. So it was like, like you need to be counting. How many do you have with you? 7. Okay, who's breathing? Who is, and so I was like, who, what was my mom thinking? She was just thinking, hey. And so interestingly, every summer I came back and worked the camp. So by the time I graduated from college, I had about 4 years of experience during the summers with children with autism and just different disabilities. And so that's how I got into what I got into. I thought I was going to medical school to be an anesthesiologist, but then I believe God was setting this up the whole time while I'm in there. I majored in biology, pre-med. And so I thought that I was going to be a doctor. And so I guess now I am now an administrator over the entire special ed department at my school. So I really enjoy what I do. And that's how I got into it pretty much.
So it's called Dr. Love.
Yes, absolutely.
That's awesome. That's
Yes.
no matter what state someone in, they always need care. They need love.
Yes.
And what better person for God to say, here's your responsibility. Here, I put you in charge because of your heart.
Right.
So kudos to mom and to
Yeah.
you for sticking with it. Um, so you're married
Yes, I am.
and how many years?
16.
What? Really?
16 years.
It don't even time fly. Time
I
fly.
mean, it flies. Yes,
Okay.
16 years of marriage. So
Beautiful. Tell her we say hello to. Tell her say
I
hello.
sure will. I will.
And how many children now?
3 children. 3 children later.
Okay. So
Three
girl,
children.
boy, so what you have?
Evan is the oldest. He is 15. He's in high school, 10th grade. Ashlyn is 14. She's in ninth grade. So that's 2 in high school. And then Raylan, she's 9 years old. She's in fourth grade, but she's like the boss.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
how
Jack, go back to
mm,
it sounds familiar of our moms directing our path.
Hmm.
Uh Listening to him, I'm reminded of how mommy used to always tell you you can do it, but it had nothing to do with what you were going to major in. It was always something to the left.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but it was your purpose, and you you didn't probably know what your purpose was, but through the directions of our mothers,
Hmm.
we found it, and then it's something that we love and enjoy now.
Yes.
awesome.
Yes. I have to agree with you on that. I go back and think about, like, God, this is why you allowed this to happen, or this is why you allowed this not to happen. And so now I can answer a lot of the questions when I was going through and say, oh, that's why I didn't, go that route. Or that's why. And it's like God orchestrated, everything exactly how he wanted to. And so, and I absolutely love what I do, helping families with children with disabilities, It's forced me into learning even the law. You have to, and even being a doctor. So I was going to school to be a doctor, but see, now with the kids with disabilities, now I have to be like, whoa, what medication are they on? Oh, this is why they're functioning a certain way, and things like that. So yeah, it's like I'm hitting a lot of the components with it. I'm not a lawyer, but I have to know lawyers. I mean, I have to know laws as it relates to federal
So,
law and the kids and stuff. So yeah,
so he
it's
was guiding
it's
you all the way.
mind blowing. It's really
Yeah.
just mind blowing. So
Yeah.
And
So
so
step
she,
separate. Go ahead, Gil.
no, I'm saying, so you mentioned on the onset about us being Christians. So I loving the fact that we get to mesh both sides to our purpose, because he's also a minister. So
I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. I want to know all of it. I want to know how he just walked into everything. But first, before we get to that, I want to know, how did fatherhood and how did m- being married change Steve, or did it not change Steve? What was the single Steve, and then single Steve got married
yes,
to in a job that his mother walked him into. It was like a life of just going down the road, and now Steve is father of three. What was all that for you?
man, I tell you, it was definitely a transformation. It didn't transform me in a way that I changed as a person and my
Yeah.
personality, but it rocked my world as the thought process that it took and the joy that it comes with, especially being a father right now. And the scary thing about being a father is that I know that it's easier to go to jail right now if you mess with my kids. And I didn't realize that. I would think that, oh my gosh, I could literally be writing my kids from jail as a Christian, as a minister of the Bible. And I
Real.
just I didn't imagine that. And so I just have to make sure I stay sane, make sure that I just continue to pray over my kids like my mom told me to, and that the Lord keep them and keep me and nothing happens to them so I won't have to be in jail.
So is that a different type of love when you have
Oh
children?
my
It's, I hear
God.
fathers say that, like, they have this love, that love, but when it comes to their children, it's like,
Oh, you know what? The Bible, and I believe in Ecclesiastics. Correct me if I'm wrong, where there's a time for everything, a time to mourn, a time to weep, a time to, be merry, a time to kill, a time to. And I was like, I might need to work on the interpretation. Like, Lord, what is the interpretation
I
of that?
feel part of it.
Because the love that I have for my children,
Yes.
I have never felt. Uh, I have never felt that level of protection. It's a feeling that you can't describe. A level. It's almost like you will jump in front of a bullet in front of them. And so I didn't have that as a single person, although I helped kind of raise some of the foster kids that my mom had coming in the house and some of our nieces and nephews. But it's different when you had your own and a part of you, and just that whole mentality shift. So, I just and it's a great experience too, learning their different personalities and being able to father the different types of personality. My mom said once, she said, you'll love them all the same way, but you won't treat them all the same way. And I understand that because coming up, treat everybody the same way. Well, you can't. You can love everybody the same way, but the little one, she might need a little bit more. Hey, give her a little warning. This one might need something, and this one might need something else. And so I'm like, now I see what she was talking about. So,
That's what mother said.
yep, that's
That
exactly.
was my mother's statement right there.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Love everybody, but you got to treat people different according to who they are. So,
absolutely.
so that's
Absolutely.
interesting. Gail, I'm gonna get into. He just spoke of. Let me just say this before I go into what I'm gonna say. He spoke of the love of how he feel for his children. The only thing I saw was God. how he loved us, that he gave his only he went to the cross for me. It was that love that I'll sacrifice me,
Yes.
send someone. I just heard that in your talk that there's no greater love than
Mhm.
what you felt, and that's what God felt for us. So to
Yeah.
be able to sit here and hear that from a man point of
Mhm.
view, then I know how God felt about me because I'm
Yes.
his child. And Gil can't mess with me.
Listen, I'm telling you.
But let me play a little clip here that I have, and then we'll finish talking because I want to know how you got to this
Okay.
preaching.
Okay.
Speak up when you need to speak up, even if you shake it in your bone. Y'all don't see me shaking up here, but I'm shaking. You gotta keep moving. So be strong. Be strong. Can we go to school for a second? When a sentence starts with a verb, there's a understood subject, and that subject is you. You be strong, not anybody else. So you put your name in front of that. Be strong. That means you're talking to somebody. So you take that personal. You be strong.
That's our brother. That's our brother. That's your brother, Gil. That's brother. That's Elder Steve. Elder Steve.
Oh,
How
man.
did that happen? How did you come into knowing that you was called to minister in that way?
That is a good question. And you'd also be surprised to know that even my thought process right now, I don't see myself as, let's say, necessarily like a pastor. I will preach the word, but you know how we're coming up in our uncles and or our pastors, and we say, "Hey, that's preacher right there. That's preacher." I never really saw myself in that light, and I believe that God started with me through songs, a psalmist, and always singing. He's always speaking, and when I would pray in the night, when I would pray about different things that I was going through, he would always give me a song. But somehow he shifted that to you need to open your mouth and say some things. And I believe I was afraid of that, to be honest. I'm like, because I'm like, we're not going to play with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to play with God and all of this stuff. And with that, even the flaws that that you have, even the things that that you're still working on, you ask yourself, like, am I even worthy? Am I even worthy enough to even talk to people? Like, if I'm having an issue with depression, how am I going to speak to people about depression? God said, I didn't ask you to figure that out. If I give you something to speak on, you speak on. It has nothing to do with being phony. It has nothing to do with being a fluke. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's going through something, he say, because what I give you to say to somebody is not for you, it's for them who's listening. And so I think that's how the shift got into, you know, God just saying, I need for you to open your mouth. Yeah, you could still sing, you still minister to the people. And so I believe that's where that shift. And I just yielded. I just accepted. And I said, well, God, if this is what you want, then you're gonna have to help me because I struggle. I struggle in air. So I'm like, God, I struggled with trusting you when my mom passed. So how am I going to get up and preach about trusting God? Thankfully, I came back to my senses and understanding that I do trust in the Lord, but I lost trust. The world stopped. I didn't trust when people said, "I'm gonna pray." Don't pray for me. I didn't want to hear nobody else saying, "Pray for me." Can I just be real? What's this raw?
It's wrong. It's
I,
wrong. Go ahead.
I didn't. I said, don't pray. I'm praying for you. Don't pray for me because my prayers didn't work for my mama. Don't pray for me because my prayer didn't work for that other lost one that you know what I'm saying? But God was teaching me something through all of that, through the trials and through those tribulations. And so I believe that's what his purpose was, to bring me to a place such as this, and to be able to just and pour into others and encourage them as I continue to encourage myself. So,
See, that was the thing that young man. And let me tell you what I did before anyone passed close to me. That was the very word I used to say to everybody else.
mm-hmm,
Oh, they in a better place. God got you. It never happened to me yet. So that was my statement. Every time somebody passed, I would tell people that.
mm-hmm,
The first person that said that to me when my father passed, that was my feeling.
yes.
Don't tell me he's in a better place. He's not here. But it was
Right.
all those words that I used to tell. So sometimes, what I got out of, until you gone through a thing, you don't know what a person is feeling.
Yes.
You just say things.
You just say it,
You
you know.
want to encourage. What is an encouragement? And my mother or my father or my loved one is gone. What you encourage me for right now? Right now, allow people to go through the moment.
Right.
You don't
Right.
have to say anything.
Right.
But I had to learn that from after my dad, because I done
Yeah.
said that to so many people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm praying for you. God got them. And the first lady that said that to me, I felt like putting her up on the porch. She was standing in front of my mother's porch. I felt like putting her on top of her. That's how much I had to think about it. Jackie, you done said this to a lot of people. How do you
Yes.
feel? But um, understanding that God allowed us to go through a lot
Right.
to be on the other side to help someone through.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
nothing wasted.
Nothing wasted, and
Nothing.
all worth the life that we are living, even with still trying to understand, but being in a better place of understanding. And so I think that's what this is about. I'm with you. Thank you for telling me that my mom's in a better place, but she's not here, And so I agree with what you just said, what you just stated.
Yo, you got anything to say? Because I'm looking at, we got singers, psalmists, we have preachers, we have teachers, we have doctors, we have everything in this DNA of this family.
That's right.
What a gift to the body of Christ and to people in general. But we all went a different path, didn't know that this is where it's going to turn up, or this is how it's going to turn out. But
Yes.
God knew all the time. He said, I knew you before you was while you was in before you was even formed. He knew. He already knew. He let us make plans.
Yes.
As humans, we're gonna do what we got to do. But when he get ready, he called
Absolutely.
you. Yeah, he called that one that's sitting beside me too. She started off singing too, Brother Steve. And some
Okay.
reason or other, even in the middle of all our, well, we came down there. You saw us when we came to, when you invite us down to Georgia, and
Oh
then
my.
half the time we stand on stage and she talking,
See.
preaching the word,
See.
like y'all got, they can't help it.
Yes. Yes.
So, and there's nothing you can do about it, because that's your calling. So
Absolutely.
I got, let me see. Y'all keep on talking. I think I have something else I want to pull up, because we
Yeah, you're right. I'm blessed every time I hear my family, especially from up north, even open their mouths. I remember talking to my cousins and my sisters down here in South, and I'm like, and we were saying we want to be like our cousins in Philly, and like we want to talk like them, and we want to have a Philly accent. I mean,
really,
you guys, I don't know if you know. I'll be maybe the only cousin who I've told that how much of an impact our family up north really had on us. I never really expressed it, but I'm like, how do you live in the North and you have better Southern hospitality than people in the South? I'm like, how does that work? You know,
That's what you thought?
I'm telling you
Oh.
what our thought process. That's what my thought process was.
And
I'm
when I
like,
came down there, that was my thought process of we coming down to hospitality.
listen,
And it was nothing like coming down south and you knew what you're gonna get in the mannerism. So I guess we was both trying to trade places.
we we thought the same thing, and I almost
Wow.
like cried one time. I couldn't go to Philly, this and that, and I'm like, so I really appreciate. I believe that this would not have been possible had my mom been like, "You're gonna know who your family is." Willie, get up. We're taking a trip to Philly. Willie, let's go see. Let's go see. Like, if she wasn't like that, we wouldn't be close. We wouldn't know. And so that's why I can appreciate the things that she's instilled in us and just carry it on.
So you're talking about different ones that have the gift. Because let me just bring this up right.
Uh-huh.
Gil, is that brother Dennis back there? Is
Yes,
that cousin Dennis? Look
yes.
at him. That's Steve singing because all in the thing. I just wanted to bring up a little bit of that that praising God. When we used to come down, it was Elder Hardingale.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh God. We knew when y'all came to Philly, we was gonna have church.
Oh
And
my
we
God.
when we came down there, we had to go to the church because of
Yes,
that. Yeah.
yes,
It's
yes.
all in the bones. Yeah. Gil, you got anything that you wanna say? Or you just
I'm speechless. So you carry on. You carry on because
Steve, let me
this
ask you,
this
what is your oh, I'm sorry.
uh
You saying something, Gail?
no, I was just saying this family connection, and it's home is where the heart is, and it's nothing like even just listening to that clip. Um,
Mm,
it's so sincere
Mhm.
and natural, and you will want to continue that. Uh,
yes,
yeah.
yes. And as we stated earlier, saying how we mutually feel the same way about being in the South and being in the North, the same. I'll go back and even y'all don't know this, but listen to the clips, especially the recent one when we were at a different location, our church, and y'all were in the yellow dresses, and how you just came and ministered. And to this day, people even still just talk about that. And but like you said, it's just so authentic, and it's because that's what I'm messing. That's what was put into you guys. You
Somebody
know,
singing?
is somebody singing?
That's Gil husband. That-
Oh, okay. But yeah. So I agree.
So let me ask you, what is your fun stuff that you do, Steve? In the sports, you like basketball? What's the fun side of Steve?
Okay, okay. And you really want to know the fun part of me?
Yeah, yeah.
People are shocked when they hear about the fun part of me and the things that I like to do. Um, I am a roller coaster fanatic.
Oh, okay.
I love amusement parks and theme parks so much that I would design a roller coaster, and I could have a roller coaster in my backyard. And so um one of my dreams is to just go on a 20-day tour of all the roller coasters around the world, out of the country to the best ones in Europe and France and just Japan. And I would ride roller coasters for a living. I really would.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the sports. I love track and field. I like track and field. I like basketball. Something about an intense basketball game to get my adrenaline just. I mean, I feel like a coach in the stands or a coach just watching it, and I'm like, "Let's go, let's go." And so, but I don't all the time really show that side or whatever. But that's what some things that I like doing. I just love just having fun and socializing with people. A lot of a lot of the things that people didn't really associate with the church sector, and so but I had to just one thing my mom I would say taught us. She said, live your life, live your life, and because I can't be there every bit of the way for you, but I can pray and ask God to protect you, and what you go through, He'll protect you. And so, as you can see now, we're still in the church and having fun, and if I want to go on a vacation, I'm going, and if I want to go put on my swimming trunks, I'm going, and if I want to, just whatever, I just know who I serve. So yeah.
And you all always has been flexible, right? Like we grew up. Well, I don't know if you know so much about our church, but that we do a lot of things. So y'all always was allowed to do those fun things. Like,
Yes.
you have restriction.
The only restriction was that if there were games on Sundays, we couldn't go. Or if my aunt Mary was going to Six Flags on Sunday at 12 o'clock, then I'm crying somewhere in a corner because I couldn't go and I had to go to church. But that was really the only restriction, I would say. But as long as we were in church, we were still able to. I think as a little boy, I played baseball, played football. And even my mom may have even gotten pushback on allowing her kids to still do some things. I think Sheila or Chris is going to ride a bike or do some gymnastics. But I think when they got hurt, my dad was like, nope, that's it. The dad's protecting these, the children, or they want their babies hurt and everything. So there were no restrictions on that. But yeah.
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 I appreciate just talking to you, sir. It's always a good thing to come together and talk.
Yes.
And I asked you about the restriction because I'm just trying to see, like, did your dad and mom go to your games and support that way, or they just allowed you to go, or how important do you think that is supporting your children?
Let me tell you something. That is a phenomenal question. Because after all of the love that I talk about that came from my mom and my dad and what they instilled in us, my mom and dad did not go to my games. But they always go, "How was it? Did you win?" So I got the support from it's weird. It's weird. I could say like, I went and I never saw them in the stands. Like these kids these days now, like when my kids perform, they're like looking for you. Like you better be at that chorus concert or that band concert, or you have to be like, I'm here, we're here. But like I wasn't like that when I just like the fact that my mom them just allowed us to be a part. I mean, I was the first Black drum major at my high school, which is the high school that I'm an administrator at right now. I was the first Black drum major. You would think that, first of all, that's history. And you would think that my mom and dad would have been at every game because I'm the drum major up there, directing the band on the field and in the stands. But they didn't show up to one. But I have no resentment for them not showing up because they would say, "Did you direct? Did you play that?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they showed that support in that way, like that.
Well,
So
I'll have to admit I have one, but I've let it go. So my dad was a quartet singer to his heart,
yes, yes,
and it's came down through us like I don't like it was in our DNA.
yes, it is. Yes, it
And
was.
my father didn't come to not one concert, not one program. And I'm
Right.
like, you did this to us. You actually you is the reason why we stand, but he would not come. And
Yes.
for a long time, that was something I wanted. Like my mom
Yeah.
came, but it
Yeah.
was nothing like having the person who you got it from
Oh
sit there,
man.
and I wanted that. But I let it go. I had to write a letter to myself and say, let it go, because he. But it was, so I have a thing with support.
Okay.
So I support, like, I don't have children, so all my nieces and nephews, I try to support whatever they're doing
Yes.
because I never want nobody to feel like you didn't have somebody,
Yes.
something that we put into you and then you don't come. But it's not a resentment, but for my dad, that was hard for me because I wanted him just to come to one thing.
That's
He
right.
stood
You
behind
wanted
us
to
in
make him
church.
proud. You wanted to show him and make him proud. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
in church, we would stand behind them screaming. But I didn't want. I wanted you to come out to church where we went to the concert.
That's right. That's
But
right.
yeah, support goes a long way. But like when we got back, my mother, she was, what did y'all do? And how was it? And, we took a trip to Italy, and she wanted to. She was all involved, but they didn't go to one thing. But it was okay. But
Correct.
I think family support, even if it's in the background, is a good thing.
It's a good thing. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what you didn't get supported in? Because you did a lot of stuff we wasn't supposed to do.
Um,
I was talking to Gail. She's sitting there laughing because she just went and did her stuff behind my
Gail,
mother's back.
Gail, talk about the support.
I didn't
Uh,
have no support, but it not from my parents. But
Okay.
I didn't well, the singing was the only thing that as Jackie said, I wish my father could have came.
Okay.
Um it wasn't until years later that he asked for forgiveness for that because
Wow.
he said he should have supported us, but because of tradition, he didn't. So
Yeah.
uh I was okay after that, and
Hmm.
knowing that
Hmm.
we got it from him, and we're going to continue. I know we are older now; we got a health issues, but I feel like Caleb and Joshua, well, Caleb really gives me my mountain. I still want to do it.
Wow.
so see, we're gonna be on our way back down to Georgia. We're gonna just invite ourselves down to your church.
And we are waiting. We are waiting.
We're gonna take a personal trip. It's gonna be me and your
Yes.
vacation. We're gonna get Darling some kind of way, but we're just gonna go and we're gonna sit in the audience and just keep waving at you till you say come up and sing.
Before I call you on up. Exactly. Exactly. I
But
want
yes,
to I want to add something to what Gail just said. She said that she felt better after dad said that he apologized about not supporting like he should have because of tradition. And I think we find that in our parents, even in my parents. I think maybe my mom and dad too, they just, they didn't go to ball games. They just didn't go to the band and stuff. And so God taught me, hey, don't resent them for that because they came up in a way to where they are tossing and turning and struggling on like, whoa, like should I not, and although we still feel like they should have supported, But I feel that way in a sense, like when people tell me, you grew up with your mom and your dad, and I grew up a single family home and this and that. I said, but what they don't know is that I wish maybe my dad was a little bit more supportive, or a lot more supportive, in the area of teaching me as a man. And so my dad didn't pull me to the side. As humble as he is, as loving as he is, my dad never pulled me to the side and say, son, you're going through puberty. You're going to start experiencing. You're going to start changing. I didn't get that. And so when I see fathers do that to their son now, it's a struggle for me with my son because I didn't see it. So now I have to go, okay, ready, set, go. All right, Evan, are you okay? Is everything and so I'm like, I didn't I just took away that resentment, what, judging, saying that he didn't teach me nothing. He didn't this and that. And I probably would not have gone through what I went through had he told me. I didn't have that. And so I just learned to just embrace the fact that I did learn through the world and learn different things and things that I should not have learned. And so I wouldn't still trade my mom and dad for anything.
But nothing. But
But no.
nothing. Yeah. I understand that. And that's why we're the trailblazers to what
Yes.
we didn't get. Like some people, when they didn't get certain things, they turn to be that. But we learned to turn to be the opposite.
Right.
I wouldn't trade my father and mother for nothing, but I would do a little different, or
Yes.
to show what I felt that I didn't get.
Yes.
Let me be the one who showed to someone else. So that's
Yes.
good. Said, man.
Yeah.
Well, see, we ain't gonna keep. I know you got a family life and you got things you probably doing. Like I'm sitting here talking to these two old women, but
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying every bit of it.
really, I waited for this moment to just talk with you, and I'm so thankful, so happy that you gave us the opportunity just to sit and talk and share. And we hope that we can do it again and get your two sisters too.
Absolutely.
I told Chris I'm waiting for, but just talking, just sharing, and then sharing with others to let them know family is a glue,
Yes.
and you can get through anything when you stick together.
Yes.
And sometimes it might not be your immediate family. I want to get this right because sometimes people think it got to be your immediate family because some immediate family is not close. But
Oh,
if you have a bond with people and
mhm,
fellowship, relationship, it's nothing like it when you go through times and
mhm,
good and bad.
mhm.
Yeah.
You
So,
are
Gail,
absolutely right.
but, hmm so I don't know if you have any parting words for Steve, Gail. She had to put her phone on me, her husband singing.
Steve, no, he has always been from a little thing. My, my faith, he knows that. But I'm just so happy at this point. The things that we all have in common, and only thing I say is the best is yet to come.
Yes.
Um, I shared with him the flyer of the Esther series, and I told him his mother would have been proud because before anybody else would encourage me, she would. She would
Oh man.
always, every time she came to Philly or like
Oh.
when we came down there, would encourage me as far as my, not the singing, but the
Hmm.
preaching.
Hmm.
So I told him that if one person would have been proud, it would have been her because I finally accepted it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's going to be another time that we're going to talk about some things.
Yeah.
And it's good because it's for someone who's listening that struggle
Mhm.
with tradition, religion, whatever it is that keep you
Yeah.
from going forward. Because sometimes you don't even realize you're still stuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're free, but you're stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I
So
get it.
we're gonna have that conversation because I'm freeing myself. That's why I'm on this podcast. I'm freeing myself for everything that held me back.
Oh wow.
And,
Amen.
and it's a lot, but
Amen.
God does things for in time and it's for a reason. So I'm pushing her with her Esther series and things, and we going out and do what we got to do. But the struggle is real because you got to fight your mind.
Yes.
You don't have to fight people. You got to fight
Right here.
right here. So once you can do that release of that and go forth, we're gonna be all right.
We're
So
gonna be all right.
we're gonna be it. So
I
Steve,
can't thank
let you say something, and then we're gonna let you go. We really appreciate this, brother. Thank you so much.
No, thank you guys for even thinking of little old me to even, be a part of this. So I appreciate you guys for the opportunity because I'll be honest, people don't have to think about you at all. And the fact that people think about you, mom, in the way my mom taught me, you don't take that for granted at all. So I am forever grateful, forever grateful for this opportunity. And I hope that this platform and the vision that God has given you guys, that it just takes off and impact the world like crazy. I mean, I hope that this podcast, I hope that they have to put it in translation, like different languages, because now it's in, a different country or something like that, because it's helping people. And so, but this has really helped me, and I appreciate it because I'm not sure the last time I really talked about, the journey with losing mom and just, what is life about now. So I appreciate the opportunity and pray that you guys just continue to just bless others. And I'm looking forward to the book, Gail, that you just finished. So the Esther series, I think I saw From Orphan to Queen. Is that what I saw? Yes, I did. And I was talking to my wife about it last week, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I love getting into the minds, diving into the thought process of even how you guys even came up. And so that's why I ask a lot of questions, even to, my cousins, Calvin, and different ones. So thank you guys for having me. And I hope that I will have this opportunity, again. And God bless you guys.
Thank you. We received that, and I'm making a promise to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can dive into my mind because I'm ready to tell it.
Okay.
And tell your dad hello.
I sure will.
I miss him. I think about him a lot. He was so kind to us, but
yes,
tell him hello. And when we get together the next time, get your questions and whatever else you want to know, but I'm wrong. Okay.
Okay.
We love you. As we always end our podcast, we always say, love God,
love
love
family,
family, work
work
hard,
hard,
and
and
be
be
kind.
kind.
Amen.
We'll talk to you,
Amen.
brother.
Nobody but you. Nobody. Nobody but you. No, nobody. Nobody but you. Could nobody do but you. Nobody but you. When I was sick. 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 When I was in misery.
Talk to you later, brother.
Thank you. God bless you. Love y'all so much.
Thank you.